Hey scientists, do you smell that? Me neither, but we are going to talk about our sense of smell today, so stick around. Alright, so how do we smell things? Well, things that smell actually release molecules into the air, which will float around and land on receptor cells that are found inside of our nasal cavity. And those receptor cells will analyze those molecules and send messages to our brain to let our brain know what it is we're smelling. Now, our brain will interpret these signals as either being positive, negative, or indifferent, meaning that it's just a very average or uninteresting smell. So, that's how we smell things, but why do we smell things? What is the purpose of that? Well, it's actually partly a survival reason. Now, harmful smells will typically register in our brain as negative smells. And this process happens completely automatically. You don't have to think about it. You smell something and immediately you know that is a bad smell and I want to stay away from whatever that is. And that process helps to keep us safe. One other cool thing is that the area of our brain that receives those messages is actually very close to the area of our brain that contains memories. That's why oftentimes smells will be closely associated with certain memories. Alright, so now we're going to talk about a few animals that have really good senses of smell. Okay, and the first animal we're going to talk about are bats. Now, bats will often roost together in caves, for example. And in just one cave, there can be literally millions of bats inside of this cave. And so imagine you're a mother bat and you have a couple of pups or babies and you leave to go get some food. And when you get back to the cave, you have to find those pups. Now, they actually will use their sense of smell and their sense of hearing to track down amongst millions of bats where their specific pups are. And so they have a very keen sense of smell to do that. All right, next up we have dogs. Now, some scientists think that dogs' sense of smell is around 10,000 times better than our own. And this is partly due to the fact that inside of their noses, they have 50 times more receptor cells than we humans do. And so when you're walking a dog and they pee on things and they're marking their territory, they're not only marking their territory, but they're also communicating with other dogs through their sense of smell. So that's how powerful their noses are. Okay, last up we have bears. And bears have actually been spotted in the wild traveling 18 miles in a straight line directly to a food source, indicating they could smell that food source from 18 miles away, if you can believe that. And actually, polar bears, their sense of smell is so good that they can actually smell seals in the ocean beneath 3 feet of ice. So it's pretty incredible. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to leave you with an experiment that you can try at home. All you have to do is find a family member or somebody in your household that is willing to find 3 items that smell like something. Okay? Now, without you seeing, they're going to pick out these items. You sit at a table and blindfold yourself and just have the person lay out those 3 items on the table in front of you and try to, while you're blindfolded, try to just use your sense of smell to figure out what these 3 items are. Okay, it should be a fun activity. I hope you have fun with it. Test yourself, see how good your sense of smell is, and thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Okay, scientists, thanks for watching. Did you enjoy that lesson? Subscribe below to see more fun science videos. You can also become a member of PS Science on Patreon to support what we're doing. See you next time.